What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name is Justin and you are here with Just Think. If you're new to the channel, welcome. In this channel we talk about all things that are tattoo related, my experiences and my opinions on tattoos, and honestly just my whole journey into eventually getting a whole bodysuit. So if you guys like that and you want to see future videos, please go and hit subscribe. It means a lot to me and you can watch future videos of me. And let's get to today's video. In today's video I am so excited to do this video. I've been holding off on it for a while. And that is only because I've want to end it off 2019 in the best way possible. And that is with, as you guys see from the title, a tattoo tour of all my tattoos up until today. So we're going to be going over price. We're going to be going over pain, the artist I went with, the whole experience. And also the main one behind a lot is the meaning behind all of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And one last thing, let's get this video to 15,000 likes and I will get my armpit tattoo. That's one of the most sensitive and extremely painful areas on the body to get tattooed. I'm going to leave it into you guys' hands if you guys want me to get it or not. So smash that like button. So anyways, guys, let's get today's video. Let's go. So as you guys see, I'll put a screenshot up when I first got it. That was my first tattoo I ever got. It was my first tattoo. I really didn't know much. I didn't research any artists. I kind of went with what I've already seen. And that was because the artist that did this was the artist that did a tattoo on my mom as well. So I saw his work and I said, you know, that's pretty good. I'm going to go look him up. And I went with my mom to the shop. And because I was 17 at the time, I had to get her to sign off for me to be able to get it. We talked to the artist. I think his name was Todd, I think. I can't remember. We talked with him. I showed him my design. I wanted like an old school kind of like concrete stone cross. And then I just had another cross that went around that cross. And you know, I know it is very common for people to have crosses on it. And the reason why I got that cross was because I am religious. I am Catholic and I always like to carry the cross on me. So I always wear a cross. If you can see, I have one on right now. But I always wear a cross on me. And I just wanted to make that permanent at the time. And just, you know, put it on me for good. Now, the pain of it all was pretty easy, for me at least. It was doable. Like, even for your first tattoo, I was expecting it to be a lot more painful from what people had told me it was going to be. But I got it done. It was an easy tattoo. And I paid $350 for the tattoo. I ended up tipping, I think, $50 more. So it came out to about $400 for this little piece. But, you know, I loved it. I thought I was so badass to be 17 having my first tattoo. And I couldn't wait to go to school the next day to show it off. But that was my first tattoo. And after that, I was hooked. So my next tattoo was about 4 months later. When I turned 18, I wanted to get another tattoo. And the next tattoo I wanted to get was a tribal wolf. And I decided to get it on my ribs. I'll post a picture right up here. And you see, like, it was, for my second tattoo, after my first, I thought I was hardcore. I'm like, you know, if I can do that, I can do any tattoo. So I heard a lot of people telling me that ribs are very sensitive area. And I just totally blocked that out. I didn't really care. I knew what I wanted and I was going to go get it. So this one, I got it at the same shop. It was by a different artist. It was by the owner. His name was Mike. Now, again, I was still very new to the tattoo world. I didn't really do my research. I just saw a couple tattoos in his portfolio that he posted on the wall. And I'm like, oh, this guy can do it. This guy can do it easy. It costed me about $360 because I ended up enlarging it a bit. And pain was, oh. So I actually had to do this tattoo twice. Because the first day I was in there for about 2.5, 3 hours. And the pain was just so unbearable, and then also my body was just swelling up so much in that area that he told me that, you know what, we gotta call it, and I pretty much tapped out, and I actually had to come back in a couple weeks after and finish it up. You know what? The reason why I got this tattoo was because I thought tribal was cool at the time, and I wanted tribal, but mostly the wolf is because so a little backstory into my family is a couple of my uncles and aunts have adopted Chinese children from China, and we've kind of adopted their culture as well. And in the Chinese culture, in the Chinese New Year, every year has a different animal that has resembles that year. So my year was the year of the dog. Now I know a wolf and dog aren't the same, but they also kind of resemble the same family, and I just wanted that wolf on me, so I threw it on me, and I called it that. So my third tattoo was about 2 weeks after I finished my rib tattoo on my wolf, and that was this one right here. I got this one, but this one was funny because I got it without my parents' permission. The two previous ones I had their permission, and this one I kind of just said, you know, screw it. I want to be tatted up. And again, I got this done by the same guy that did my wolf. It was by Mike. I paid about $150 for this piece, and as you guys can watch in previous videos, I am currently in the process of getting it lasered off of me. So it's not one that I really love, but still, anyways, at the time, I really wanted to, you know, to look cool and to have a lot of tattoos, and I thought, you know what, let me just get a quote, kind of a nice big quote, fill my chest up a bit, and let me look the part. Now, the quote says, when seeking happiness in others, you'll find happiness in yourself. And I remember when I showed my parents, and they flipped shit. That's all I really got to say. I did not expect that reaction, especially because I showed my grandmother first that's totally against tattoos, and she loved it. So I was like, oh, okay, if she loves it, the one that hates tattoos, my mom should love it, that loves tattoos, and my dad should be whatever. I was wrong. After that, I really did, I didn't really have a choice, but I did take some time off on tattoos. And the next tattoo I got was my angel. This one right here. So I'll do a little zoom in, but I'll also put a picture up right now for you guys. But the rose and the angel I got because my grandparents are everything to me. I love them so much, and one of my most loved people in the world was my nonna. I always called her my angel, and when she passed, it really just hurt me hard, and it was like I just lost somebody huge to me. So I wanted to get the angel to represent her, and then the rose, when I lost my grandfather, that was a month after I lost my nonna. Me and my sister and my mom, we decided to get something that resembles my grandfather, and we ended up choosing on a rose. So all of us have a rose to commemorate him, and then I have the angel to commemorate my nonna. And it is, I think, one of my favorite tattoos, most meaningful tattoos I have on me, because it just means so much to me. The Cathedral Rose was just a little bit of a back filler. I got this done when I was about 21, and I got this done by, his name was Danny, but I also had this one retouched up. I'm not trying to show any offense to this artist that did it previously, but the only reason I got it touched up is because I'll get into later on, my arm was done by pretty much one guy. Evo, you're coming up next. And it just didn't match the style anymore. And you could really tell from this tattoo to that tattoo, it just didn't blend. So I had Evo go in eventually and touch it up. So the amount I paid before the touch-up was $1,000, and then I ended up tipping $100. So I ended up paying another $750 for Evo for a half day to go touch it up and redo it all. So now I absolutely love this piece so much. It is one of my favorite ones to look at now. It always gives me a reminder of my nonna and my grandfather. And, you know, it gives me time to remember the good times with them. A couple years passed, and about a year and a half ago, I ended up going and I got, and you can see, it is a clock, and then it has filigree. That's right, filigree. For the people that watched my first video, I got it reamed because I called it filigraphy. But anyways, filigree, and it is a clock that has the date of my nonno. And my nonno was a very hard-working man, and I just wanted to, like, you know, commemorate him in the best way possible. And I got 1922, and then I got 815. And so that's the year he was born, and then the month and date of when he was born as well. I didn't want to get any dates about death. I don't want to celebrate death in that kind of way. So I don't want to celebrate life of him. So that's why I have those numbers on it. And then I just have GM, his initials, Giuseppe Mammalidi. That's him. And I just wanted him, you know, to be on me always. You know, I just want to remember my grandparents. They were hard workers. They came from Italy. They came from nothing, and they came here and they really did work their asses off to make a family that, you know, has been so successful now. And I just really feel like I owe them that much just to get them on me, and I can always remember them. This one was done at Bamboo Tattoo Studios, the studio that I currently go to right now. And it was done by my boy, Evo. I love you, buddy. So this was it when it was first done. And right away, I was hooked on Evo's work. I loved how dark he did it. You know, the filigree was just on point. Now, I did pay $1,500 for it. And then I also tipped him $1,000. I paid a little less because they need to fill in his spot. That was my first tattoo with Evo. And then 2 weeks after that, I don't even think 2 weeks. I think a week after that, I was like, you know what? I booked another day in right away with him. And that's when I got this guy right here. Now, I know what a lot of you were thinking. That's Poseidon, and it is Poseidon. But I want to keep this arm religious. And when I look at him, I don't see Poseidon. That's who I envision as God. Now, if you look at the Sistine Chapel and you go look up, and you're going to see that one major one where it's God and the guy touching, like, the touching fingers. If you look at him, they kind of look similar. I'll put a side up of the each, but, you know, I just didn't want that specific one because I didn't like the definition that the Poseidon has. So I chose the Poseidon. I view him as God, and it kind of works into this religious sleeve. Again, it was with Evo. It took about, I want to say, 8.5 hours to get. It was a long day. This is a long one. But the detail in it was just, like, I remember when I finished this and I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I actually had a realism style tattoo on me. And I was hooked after that. So I paid, again, $1,500. I paid another $100 in tipping. I tipped him. I had no problem giving him that money. And that was it. And it worked its way on to the next couple of days where I ended up going with this one. Now that is the Jesus Bernini statue. It kind of followed into the religious theme. This one, again, was about 8.5 hours. I think it was a 9-hour. This was a long one. This was just painful. I was always told, like, my rib, it was a painful area, but I didn't know how painful it was until I had it done. You know what? At the end of the day, I do not regret the pain. I do not regret the price. I don't regret a single thing because this is one of my favorite tattoos as well. It just looks so nice. The way he shaded it, it blends perfectly. I love it. I love it. I love it. So to end off the sleeve is the last one, the last tattoo I got, and that was my filigree with the dove. It just flows so nice with the arm. So again, I paid about $1,500 and then $100 in tips. The dove was just kind of to represent the Holy Spirit because I wanted it to be the Father, the Son of Jesus, and then the Holy Spirit of the dove. So it kind of just brought everything together in terms of my religious sleeve. This sleeve was one of my favorite sleeves just because it has so much meaning in it. And that's usually what happens when you get a first sleeve or first tattoos. You really want to pack the meaning in behind it. Let me know what your favorite tattoo on this sleeve is. Mine, obviously, I think, in all honesty, is still this guy just because he's such a... You don't really see him much. Like when I'm walking around or doing that, you don't see him, and everybody's eye always goes on to the Poseidon God tattoo. But it's when I do that and people are blown away because this tattoo is just, it's done so perfectly. But anyways, guys, that's mine. Let me know what your favorite tattoo is, and we're gonna hop on to this arm. A couple weeks after I was finished my whole arm, I actually had one more appointment booked, but this was with another guy. So this is when I got my tiger done. Now, the tiger was done by, his name is JR Tattoos. I'll post his thing up here. He was very good, and it's weird how things worked out because I had booked him originally in months in advance before I found Evo, and that did my whole arm. So I had this guy booked for the longest time. The reason why I originally had him booked was to do this piece right here because he is very good as well at this kind of style. I saw him do this piece, and I thought I'd have him do it, but I ended up having Evo do it just because he is very good at them as well, and I just wanted his style to just flow seamlessly through my whole arm. What I ended up doing was going with a tiger. Now the tiger represents my sister. I am very family oriented. I love my family, so I want to get something that represents her. And like I said with my wolf tattoo, we kind of incorporated the Chinese New Year into our family because of my cousins. Now, she is the year of the tiger. Like, I'm the year of the dog, she's the year of the tiger. And I thought there is no better way to get something that represents her and that I kind of like, because I love animals too, than getting a tiger. So this one I went with him. He got it done. It turned out great. It costed me about $1,000, and then I tipped him $100 after. And it took about 8 hours originally, and then another about 1 to 2 hours for touch-ups about 2 weeks later when we need just, make it perfect. The next one after that was my Colosseum Julius Caesar tattoo. If you guys go watch it, this is the first video I ever posted on my YouTube. This is what made me start YouTube. And I'll post a link right here for you guys if you guys want to go watch that video of me getting this one done. But I'm still going to be here. I'm going to explain to you why I got it done and what it means. Now, the reason why I had the Colosseum done is because, one, I am Italian, and it is one of my favorite architectural buildings of all time. I've been there twice. And I just love it. I love the building, what it used to mean back then to them. Just the architecture of it. It's something that blows me away whenever I look at a picture. And I thought, you know what? There is no better way to represent my background and my culture than with a building like that. And then also I got the Julius Caesar because, one, he was just one hell of a badass. So I got him done as well, kind of just to tie in, the Italian, Roman style into this forearm piece. Some of these tattoos really don't have meaning, except I like them for the style that they are. And after I had the 2 styles of, sculptures on me, I wanted to get more and more sculptures because I just love the blendingness of them, how they look, and they're just timeless pieces that still are around to this day. The pain wasn't too bad. I remember when I got my angel and rose done, that tattoo didn't hurt that much, so I expected walking into this one not feeling much pain either for the forearm, the inner forearm, but honestly it was a lot worse than I remember it being, and it was a long day. It took about 8 to 9 hours to do this piece. It costed me $2,000. It is honestly one of my favorite pieces on this arm, and we'll get on to the next one. So the next one was my Zeus. Now this one honestly really has no strict meaning to me, besides it just follows the theme of what I like, and it goes well with everything. Now this one it's a picture of Zeus that not too many people, I'll post it up right here. It's a picture that not too many people have in terms of it being tattooed. Now I know a lot of these I have are like popular in terms of the tattoo culture world, and I just want to change it up. I want to have something that people didn't really have as much of. So I had this one done. It was better than I really thought, because I remember this one being very, very painful. So I was going into this one, and if you guys want to go watch it, it's my second video. I'll post another card up here. That was extremely painful still, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was, again, 8 to 9 hours. It costed me $2,000, and I tipped about, I think $100, or I think maybe I tipped them $80 because I miscounted my tip money. A week later, I had pretty much the rest of this done. So it was pretty much from the tiger all the way up into here. And the first day we went back in, it was on a Monday, I remember. And again, guys, these are all videos that have been posted already. Go look back at them. You can watch it. The first day I had my Hercules face done. The Hercules has just been one I've always wanted to get as a tattoo. It's one of my favorite statues as well. Just, all these tattoos, I love the bearded look to these guys. The seamless blending that he's able to do with their skin, and it just looks like stone and marble. So I just wanted to continue this kind of theme of sculptures and, again, the ancient Greek, Roman kind of look. It took about 7 to 8 hours to do the Hercules face itself. I'll do nice little. Again, that costed me $2,000, and then another $2,000 to finish off the Acropolis, the clouds, and then the filigree and the background. So that last session took about I want to say 13 hours. It was a long day. It turned out just so amazing in terms of, now that I look back at it, how it looks. And the reason why I say it is because you have Zeus, the god of all gods, that looks down over the Acropolis, and then you got his son Hercules, that's kind of just a big ass dude standing over it all. And then you have the clouds with the filigree that just makes everything look so ancient. This arm doesn't really have as much meaning towards, you know, what, like, very sentimental meaning towards, say, this arm. But I love it just as much because it's something that just, it's art. And I get a lot of these tattoos now just because of the art. They do have some meaning behind them, and I do like them for the style. But again, I just want to stress to everybody out there, not all tattoos have to have meaning. They can just be something you want to get because you like it. Let me know, guys, in the comments below what your favorite tattoo on this arm is. I'm going to go right now and say my favorite one is still the Colosseum and the Julius Caesar. So that's my favorite one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think what your favorite one is. I got a lot planned for 2020. 2019 was another great year. I was able to add another sleeve onto me. But I'm telling you, 2020 and from there on, we're gonna be adding a lot more. We're going for a full bodysuit. That's my goal. Hopefully my mind doesn't change, but this year, 2020, guys, get ready because I'm gonna have my full chest piece done once this tattoo is fully removed, and then I'm gonna look into getting my legs started. And guys, it's gonna be a great year. So guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, let's get this video to 15,000 likes. Go smash that like button if you want to see me get my armpit done. I don't know which one it's gonna be, but the design I have a few designs that are pretty crazy, pretty cool to go in there. So it's all up to you guys if you guys want to see me get the armpit done. And then if you guys just like the video for itself, go and smash that likes button. I hope you guys like this video. If you like the video and if you want to see more, go and subscribe. Like I said in the comments, go let me know what your favorite tattoo on my left arm is. Go tell me what your favorite tattoo on my right arm is. What sleeve do you like better? Well, guys, what sleeve do you like better? I didn't even ask that. Do you like my religious sleeve, or do you kind of like my Greek mythology, Roman style sleeve? I would love to hear your opinions. And then again, I'm going to have a poll. Let me know if you guys think I paid too much for all my tattoos, or you know, they are well worth the money. Again, they're permanent. They're on me for good, and I rock them every day. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a happy holiday and a happy new year. And then I'm going to come back at you with a new video in 2020. And let's start a new year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support, for the comments. I love you guys so much. And let's keep growing this community. And like always, guys, Justin out. Have a good day, guys.